I once again completely underestimated my adversary. And truthfully, I never thought I'd be that crazy guy in the neighborhood obsessing over the squirrels, but they started it first when they would constantly pillage the birdseed from any bird feeder I would put up about a year ago. That led to me defending it with an obstacle course, which they handily defeated, and so
They're
after a
so
year of
freaking adorable.
ruminating on how to avenge that L with a majorly improved version, and then 2 months of planning, my buddy John and I got together for a 20-second build montage.
Fort
Here are
Nuts.
the basic elements. For starters, here's their favorite bird feeder at the end of the course, and it's sitting atop Fort Nuts, the most secure walnut vault in the western United States. Now, since birds can fly, they can come and go as they please and eat all the food they want. But the only way for the squirrels to make it right here is by surviving my 9-part grueling obstacle course, which all starts right here. Climbing up this pole to this platform is the single gateway to enter the course. Every other pole you see
Is this something that he does often?
to keep the squirrel from just climbing up and then entering the course halfway through.
He's gonna feed
And so
like
the first challenge is
the
this
neighborhood
casino,
squirrels.
which may seem like an odd choice until you realize that as we were building the course, we
Hola,
also
no hablo
built
inglés.
some cozy little squirrel houses.
Thank you so much for the
So we put
follow.
them up in a
Welcome,
couple
welcome in.
different trees, and after a few days, it looked like they'd actually made some renovations.
No habla
so I
español.
went to take a closer look. And sure
Me
enough,
llamo
here's the
Tobjak.
before and here's the after. Even on the inside,
¿Cómo estás?
they made some questionable decor updates. So while it might look like they were just using the houses to relax, or stretch, or look out the window, or like, wrestle, the satellite communications gear, and the tactical mission planning, and the mini vault to practice cracking a safe hold a completely different story. This gang of 4 high-end professional birdseed thieves were secretly planning to pull off an honest-to-goodness Mission Impossible Ocean's 11 style mega walnut heist, which is why I was going to protect the birdseed and walnut vault with the most state-of-the-art security measures, just like the casino did in Ocean's 11. So once in the casino, you'll see the slot machine and the classic
The editing is
buffet,
freaking amazing
but with a
too.
warning. Take more than an ounce, and you're gonna have to deal with security. Now that I got the squirrels on the run, they'll naturally want to jump to this bar, but there's a twist. Like it actually twists, which I think is gonna give them some problems. But if they can figure this out, they'll jump into this crate. And the good news is that it's filled to the brim with their favorite food, which is walnuts. And I know this because I tested a bunch of different options, and they always went with the walnuts first. But the bad news is that once you add a little weight to the system, the helicopter starts moving, just like the helicopter for Mission Impossible. Oh, and we've got a baffle here at the top to stop a squirrel from just crawling along.
How amazing isn't that they are picking up inspiration from different type of movies?
The bricks randomly move and adjust themselves in and out. And of course, at any time, if they fall off, they gotta go back and start over the whole course from the beginning. After that, we come to their hideout. And this is when they'll switch from defense to offense, because it's where they hang out and plan. You can see it's sort of messy with their tools and their blueprints on the wall that show if they open the floor on the elevator, the elevator...
Like the small detailing is like, this stuff? How the fuck did he do that? That's amazing. It looks like an elevator with the floors. Like the schematics here, the little share. Oh my god, this is so well made.
Tools and their blueprints on the wall that show if they open the floor on the elevator shaft leads them underground and into the sewers. Then if they crawl through the sewers, it will take them right to the control center for a second room that might look familiar. And just like in Mission Impossible, their goal is to go up through the ceiling to access the air vents. But there's no way to make it up there unless they type the password into the keyboard in the control room next door, like this. And at that point,
imagine just creating this. Oh my god.
And the vents are a total maze. There's lots of different twists and turns they'll need to navigate up here. So at any moment, if they're too lost,
I wonder what his neighbors think. Like, what the fuck is this guy doing now?
Squirrel emergency exits, which also exists for any enclosed room on the whole course. And for the penultimate challenge, it's back down from the air ducts through this laser maze, where they'll have to harness their inner Catherine Zeta-Jones. If they sufficiently touch any of the lasers, the metal base contacts and completes the circuit, which sends a signal from this microcontroller to a relay to a solenoid, which causes this pneumatic piston to fire, which slams.
Jory, welcome in, dude. Good to see you, man.
Because I'm basically
how are you doing?
I'll try and get to this point by climbing from the roof on top of this tube. I've placed a shield here with another enforcement squirrel to try and deter them. And so finally, if they made it through the laser maze and everything that came before it, they've made it to Fort Nuts. And as far as I'm concerned, if they crack the safe by giving this handle a little turn,
hey,
every last walnut
That is so
in
cool.
this bank.
Head there, how's
After
it
the
going?
course was set up,
Hey,
you
hey.
could definitely smell the walnuts in the vault. And
Tom
then you
Scott
could see them sort
and
of
Vsauce
working
are the
things
ghosts
out
of
from
YouTube,
the
in my
fence
opinion.
line.
I
And
mean,
so
it
after 2
feels
months
like
of
it.
prep work, it
His
was time to
storytelling, his
test our
editing,
extensive security
the type
measures
of video
against
is
this
like
formidable set
totally
of
something
500
new.
gram
It's
weapons.
amazing.
But
I love
before
it.
we do that, I just want to mention, if you've always thought it would be cool to be able to build something like a squirrel obstacle course yourself, then I've got
The good school year is just about over. I need to go back to work soon for the graduation ceremony. Oh, well done, dude.
Session is open
Well
for
done.
a short window right now. This class covers my entire engineering design process. I'll show you every step. Over the course of a month, you're gonna watch me design and create 3 builds from scratch, but the best part is I'm gonna guide you through finishing 3 creative builds. of
Hashtag
your
ad,
own.
guys.
So whether you're a complete beginner or an experienced
It looks
engineer,
cool, though.
the class has been designed to meet you wherever you're at and then level up your skills. So go to monthly.com/MarkRober or use the link in the video description and then sign up and let's hang out.
Maybe we
Make
should
it some
sign up,
cool
though. That
stuff
would-
this
that would be
summer.
dope.
Now let's see some squirrels. And right out of the gate, we got him with the buffet. And as he sticks his entire face under the sneeze guard, absent-mindedly reading the sign, you can see the exact moment he realizes he might have screwed up.
Uh-oh.
And the slow-mo shows Rick just really laying himself out. Oh, by the
It
way,
is so
that's Rick.
freaking cool. It
All
is so
4
freaking cool when
have
squirrels
names, and more
jump down.
importantly, like any crew looking to pull off a heist, they all have specific
Jag
roles
känner igen
to
honom.
play. Starting with everyone's favorite, Fat Gus, who of course is the mastermind
250?
of this operation.
I
On
mean,
a
it's
heist,
probably worth
this is
it, right?
the role of the Frank Ocean or an Ethan Hunt. Now, I just have to say, for those who aren't familiar,
It's cute,
last
it
year
is.
I named one of the squirrels Fat Gus
Fat
because
Gus.
he loved to eat and was a little on the hefty side. But then halfway through, I noticed he had nipples, which it turns out means he was actually a girl, and a pregnant one at that. So it was just a whole PR disaster, and I switched the name to Fantastic Gus and rephrased a few other things, but to be honest, Fantastic Gus just doesn't roll off the tongue like Fat Gus. So I asked permission to use my preferred phrasing, and as you can see, I got full consent. Next up is
There you
Rick.
go.
He's the acrobat, the grease man, the gutsy one. He's the go-to for any task that is going to require some athletic abilities. And then we've got Marty. He's the hacker. Anything with computers or bank safes, and he's your guy.
That's amazing.
But while he's really smart, he also scares pretty.
Also
And finally,
storylines.
we've got
He also
Frank with
storylines
logistics.
the little
A good
squirrels,
heist
which is
starts
also
with a
amazing.
good plan. He's
What a
got the
cute
whole
pregnant
course
squirrel, right?
memorized, and he's mapped it out and provided blueprints for the team. And so back to the course, we've got Marty the hacker here, who again is a bit skittish, so you can see he's coming in pretty cautious. But who can resist a buffet?
Oh, wow.
Once
They're
again,
so
the
fast.
real
Holy
magic is
shit.
found in the slow-mo. Eventually they realized security was just too tight at this casino, and Rick goes straight to the twist bar. Excellent. Here's try 2.
And that's gonna be tough.
And with some motivation for the bird, he's like, I got this, I got this, I got this. I don't think I got this.
Oh, nope.
The real-time replay on this one is great too.
Head there. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you, thank
At
you.
this point, Fat Gus is like,
And welcome
I'm gonna
in.
need that crate of walnuts.
Så,
Let
jag tar
me
Gus
show you how it's
tjej.
done.
Oh,
Which
yeah,
turns
yeah,
out
yeah, yeah.
somewhat
I haven't seen it though.
predictably.
Nope. Is this Fat Gus?
Now really frustrated, acrobat daredevil Rick tries a totally different route.
Oh shit.
But you've got to admire that.
Yeah, look at that.
effort.
That is so cool. Like look at how small these squirrels are and how
Logistics
far
man
they can
Frank
jump. It's
knows the
absolutely
wire connected
insane.
to the fence leads to the helicopter
It's the greatest thing
crane.
I've ever
So
seen,
he
right?
tries
This is
sneaking in the
absolutely
back
amazing,
door
Dusty.
And is also forced to retreat. And finally, Marty the hacker realizes if you're just scared and you run real fast, the bar doesn't have time to spin on you. And you can see Rick just replicating the strategy.
Minus Topi Streams,
So
of
after
course.
about
Of
2
course,
days, all
of
of them
course.
can cruise through the first part of this course about this fast. And Fort Nuts was already feeling less and
Oh,
less.
look at that. You made
Fat
it.
Gus is like, wait, is this thing moving? I'm good. Here, Rick hypothesizes if he doesn't sit in the crate, it won't move. And here, he rejects that hypothesis with a legendary leap. And now's a
Wow.
good time to remind ourselves that squirrels are one of the few mammals that can survive a fall from any height. Because as you can see here, they make their
Yeah.
bodies super flat to increase drag, effectively becoming their own parachute. But
That's so
just in
freaking
case,
cool.
You okay, Rick? Yep. All good. And Marty the hacker, Frady Cat, is just like, yeah, I'm super not down with this. Eventually, it's the fearless leader, Fat Gus, who demonstrates the ride is definitely worth it.
He was so busy eating, he didn't
And
even
soon
notice
you've
this
got
time.
Frank and the rest of the gang following suit. Which leads us to the wall of 1,000 moving
shit.
bricks. And first up, you got Fat Gus, who kicks things right off with a pull of his parachute.
Oh, cute. Yeah, they're super cute. They're
And
super duper
Rick
cute.
just barely misses. Skittish Marty gets one taste of a moving brick and absolutely yeets himself into this tree. And while there were plenty of instances where a moving brick did dump the squirrels, causing them to start over from the beginning, what was even better was Marty psyching himself out in the anticipation that a brick might move, even though the wall wasn't powered on for any of these clips. And thanks in part to the dutiful supervision of Fat Gus,
that is absolutely, that is so cool.
Challenges so far, they got it
They
down to a
actually
science
adjust to
where
the
they can cruise by
situations.
the wall fairly quickly.
They learn the obstacles, which is amazing.
And now's a good time to mention, the squirrels weren't the only ones attempting the course. This is Splinter the Rat, and here he is with one of his buddies. He liked to make the rounds to all the houses each night, which sometimes were vacant, and sometimes they weren't. There goes Frank to chase him off his lawn. And you might have noticed the stuff in the house. The squirrels would gather nesting materials from various sources, or, somewhat hilariously, just steal from each other. Here's a bonus Santa Claus impression for all the Fat Gus fans out there. So from Splinter and his buddies to not at all creepy possums, there's a surprisingly constant variety of wildlife that passes through a suburban backyard, including a dumb dog who for some reason is much less interested in squirrels which is a lovely segue back to the squirrel hideout, where the heist was really just picking up steam.
Look at the detailing. Oh, wow. I love this. He got it. It must. Look at that freaking jump! But it must have been some kind of food or a nut or something behind here. Otherwise, no. My cat disagrees with squirrels being cute. Maybe your cat thinks the squirrels are super cute. That's why she wants them. Post pump Discord. I don't have a dog. I have 2 rabbits. This is so cool. Damn, I heard fireworks. Really? Even needs the ladder? No, it just jumps. They're so cool. It's so rare that you actually see the squirrels in action. This is super cool. Was it a bomb? I don't know. Oh my god, Hede.
And after Hacker Marty had accessed the computer and lowered the ladder, Fat Gus followed behind and joined him in the vents. But in the process, a critical tool dropped down, which led to a lovely recreation of an iconic scene.
Wow.
And as a side note, they figured out the exit door pretty quickly, and they functioned as a one-way door exactly as intended. And now with the vents, it was Frank's time to shine. You can see here, he's just double-checking the actual air duct layouts to make sure they match the blueprints he's memorized. And once he's sat...
How smart are squirrels? Do they actually do that? Do they check out stuff? Like, would he remember that? I have no idea the intelligence of a squirrel. Are they smart? Are they that smart?
Satisfied, he steps
It's on the roof.
up,
it's on the roof, dude.
And as you can see, he nails it first try. You can just sense his confidence.
He gets it first try? Wow.
Contrast that with Marty, who's like, all right, I think it was a right, no, straight. Oh, was it left? Crap, I gotta go check the map again. And as a result, most of his runs would end up looking something like this. So here's Frank coaching him from the outside, and you can see Marty's a little defensive about it.
Oh.
So Frank hops in so they can work out their differences.
Oh, shit.
And then with a little encouragement, he gets him going down the right way. All the while, Fat Gus continues to supervise. Focus,
The
Marty.
commentary is amazing. I totally
There
agree,
you go.
Dusty. The commentary is what makes this so awesome.
Which brings us to the laser maze.
One of the parts of it being so
Here's
awesome.
Acrobat Rick's first approach, and he's like, yeah, that's sus. And just as expected, he climbs
That's
on
sus.
top of the tube, and he's like, yeah, I totally got this. When in fact, he didn't have it. In real time, it happens so fast, it just looks like chaos. But if we slow down this second attempt, we can remind ourselves of how squirrels have mastered the laws of physics to always land on their feet.
Wow.
Did you catch it? The first is the locking of the head on a landing target in less than 300 milliseconds. If you go back and watch any jump from this video, that locking of their head is the first thing they always do. And the second is using conservation of angular momentum like an ice skater to pull their arms and legs in and out at the right times to rotate fast and then hold in the right orientation. Combine those two tricks with the flat body parachute and extending their legs at the last minute to absorb the shock, and they are perfectly adapted for living high in the trees. In fact, squirrels have been around for over 30 million years, and they've had to evolve relatively little in all that time. So then
That's
Rick's
so cool,
like,
though.
fine, I'll use the stupid tube like a normal squirrel. What is this? Oh, see, I knew this was sus.
Oh no, poor
And
squirrel.
here's Frank, who just watched what happened and therefore is appropriately cautious. But
Oh,
he
wow.
hops right back on the saddle, and this time he nails it. And in the end, it feels appropriate that the mastermind Fat
See, they actually managed to solve the puzzle. Like, what the hell? That is so
Gus was
cool.
the first one to make it successfully
Wait.
through that the master in the saddle, and this time he nails it. And in the end, it feels appropriate that the mastermind Fat Gus was the first one to make it successfully through the laser maze, and then to subsequently
Of
make
course,
it to Fort
it's Fat
Nuts.
Gus.
I mean, how Fat Gus is this? Falling not just for one decoy nut, but for both of them. Which paves the way for Marty the hacker to be the one to crack the safe, and as you can see here, he's pretty stoked about it.
Does he
First,
manage?
he just checks
Does he
it
open
out,
it?
Like, yep, yep. This is just like the schematic showed. And then, the big moment.
Do you see that they actually open it? Oh my god, that must be heaven for them.
Once the safe opened, these cargo nets unfurled, which just allowed better access to their loot. But interestingly, more often than not, after getting a walnut, instead of jumping off, they would go all the way back through the course. Here's Jumpy Marty exhibiting some real PTSD, even though I'd already turned off the whole system. So once again, the squirrels took the W, but as far as I'm concerned, they
Look
earned
at that.
And I
That's so
can't complain
cute.
with how things turned out, because Rick buried all his extra nuts in the yard, Marty and Frank made up and rekindled their friendship, and Fat Gus got some long-sought quality time with the bird feeder. So everyone was happy. Well, almost everyone.
Oh my
This is a
god.
mechanism that can feed your dog with a
I
pull of a
freaking love
lever.
that.
And this is a contraption that measures the soil moisture level and
That
then
is
gives
so
your plants a
cool.
voice.
Hey, I need a little water over
Imagine the work going into that maze. Like, oh my
And this
god.
is a machine that measures how long you've been sitting and then annoys the crud out